Hey, how's it going? Seth here from REtipster, and today I want to share something pretty huge. So over the past decade, I've tested, reviewed, and used a lot of different CRM softwares for land investors. And every time I try a new one, they always seem to come up short in one way or another. And I know I'm not alone in this because I hear about this constantly from other land investors. And maybe you've felt it too. Maybe your CRM is missing some key automation that's letting leads fall through the cracks. Or maybe you're juggling a bunch of different expensive subscriptions for calls and emails and e-signatures and calendars and websites and automations. The list goes on, and it gets overwhelming. If you've ever had 50 different tabs open in the same browser, you probably know what I'm talking about. And let's be honest, a lot of times CRM software can be pretty darn confusing. And even when you reach out for support is nowhere to be found. For a lot of years, I intentionally avoided having any CRM because they were all such a pain. And I used to think to myself, wouldn't it be great if I could build my own CRM software exactly the way I wanted it to be? And I obviously knew what I wanted, but the truth is, I didn't have the technical skills to pull this off. I have no idea how to build software. But then last year, I started working with my friend Mike Balcom as we taught a couple different AI courses together. And Mike isn't just an experienced land investor, he also knows CRM software really well, better than I even do. Mike and I worked great together as a team, and we started talking about this massive CRM gap that we both saw. And one day Mike said, "Hey Seth, why don't we just build something better ourselves?" And I knew I couldn't do it alone, but all of a sudden, here was Mike. And with the expertise he brought to the table, we actually could do this. So that's exactly what we did, and that's how Stride CRM was born. Now, I get it. You're probably thinking, great, Seth, another CRM. What makes this one any different, right? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me show you exactly how Stride stands out and solves a lot of the problems that other CRMs don't. So first up is follow-up. Everyone knows follow-up is crucial. And if you don't already know that, let me tell you, in an increasingly competitive market, which is what we're in right now, follow-up is more important today than it's ever been. But most people drop the ball on this because following up is kind of tedious. You need a system in place to remind you to do it, and every lead you have will be in a different place somewhere in that sequence. It's kind of impossible to do this at scale unless you have a system like Stride in place, one that is full of pre-built automated follow-up sequences so that no lead ever slips away again. Whether you're following up with emails or texts or phone calls or letters, Stride has the automations to notify you when to follow up, what to say, and if you're following up with texts or emails, it'll just do it for you, so you don't even have to think about it. So another huge benefit of Stride is cost savings. Now, I don't know about you, but before I switched to Stride, I was paying a lot of money for a lot of different things. I was paying $588 a year for PandaDoc and $420 a year for my phone service, over $1,000 a year for my buying and selling websites. My calendar and scheduling software was $120 a year, no big deal. I have a social media management software that cost me over $500 a year, and then I've got my email marketing software. And this might not be a huge deal for every land investor, but when you have a big list, this one cost can get really expensive. For me, all these things combined, I was paying well over $6,000 a year. Stride replaces all of these subscriptions at a fraction of the cost. When I started using Stride, I immediately cut $4,000 a year from my annual expenses and got rid of half the tabs that were constantly open in my browser. It's saving me a nice chunk of change each year. Now, another huge annoyance I've had with a lot of CRMs out there is that they kind of nickel and dime you and bake all these hidden fees and charges in every time your business needs to grow. I'm talking about paying huge extra fees or leveling up your subscription whenever you need to add a new phone number or add a new team member or track more deals in one place. It's just a lot of these random things that don't seem like they should cost a lot more, but they do. But when we built Stride, we wanted to do away with all of that. Every Stride member gets to have unlimited deal boards and can track an unlimited number of deals. Whether you have 5 or 500 or 5 million deals, it's not going to cost you one extra cent to manage it. You can also add unlimited team members to your account. Whether you're a team of 1, 5, 50, or 100 people, the cost of your subscription doesn't change. You'll also get unlimited storage and unlimited contacts. If you have just a massive number of leads or prospects or deals that you want to import into your CRM, or say if you have a bunch of drone footage or property photos, or thousands of contracts you want to keep track of, that's totally fine. And it doesn't cost you anything extra to do that. You can keep it all in your Stride account at no extra charge. And what is the cost of a monthly subscription to Stride? We'll get to that in just a minute. But before that, let's talk setup. Usually, getting started with a new CRM means figuring everything out on your own, and it kind of feels like swimming upstream. Now, in my opinion, this is the worst part of getting into any new CRM by far, because there's always a huge learning curve. Now, Stride has a learning curve too, but we've put a lot of work into straightening and shortening that learning curve for you. Here's how onboarding works. Once you click through to the checkout page, fill out your information, and click purchase, the first thing you're going to do is fill out an onboarding questionnaire where you provide your basic business details to help the onboarding process go a little bit faster. After you submit that information, you'll have a calendar where you can schedule your first tech call. On this call, a real human walks you through the whole process of connecting your business name, your business address, your email, your website, your domain, anything you want to bring into your Stride account. This is what happens on that first tech call. And it lasts about an hour. Once your tech call is done, the next step is to schedule your onboarding call. This is where another real human will walk you through the CRM software and show you all the basic functions, how to get around, and how to work with it. And if you still need help at the end of this second onboarding call, that's okay. If you want, you can book another session to get even more clarity if you need it. And even after that, if you get stuck further on down the line, you can always click through to the support and ask questions and even get on a live call with a human operator anytime you want. So really, you're never on your own. Now, another thing you'll have access to through Stride is the mobile app. As most land investors know, this business isn't always done from behind a desk. Sometimes you're traveling, sometimes you're visiting properties, sometimes you're working this business on the go. And with Stride's mobile app, you can carry your entire business with you in your pocket. Calls, texts, emails, deals, and all those details are all available right there in the mobile app. So let's talk turkey. How much does Stride cost? Well, here's the deal. Since we're launching Stride right now, we're doing something really special for our first small group of users that we call the Founders Circle. Normally, Stride will cost $297 per month, but for the first 100 people who sign up for the Founders Circle, we'll get locked in at $197 per month. And let me just say, as our first group of users into the software, your input and feedback is going to be very, very important to us. If there's something you love about it, if there's something you don't love about it, if there's something you want to see changed, we want to hear it. Your experience and feedback with this software matters, and we're willing to give you a huge discount just for telling us what you think about it. Plus, we're adding some other huge bonuses for these early adopters. And just in case this still isn't a no-brainer deal, we're offering our Stride Guarantee. If you don't make an extra $10,000 within your first 90 days of using Stride, we're going to give you 6 months of the subscription completely for free. Look, this is literally designed so that you can't lose. But this Founders Circle isn't going to last forever. Once we hit our first 100 users, the price permanently increases to $297 per month. So if you want that discounted price, don't sit around on this. You got to act fast. Look, bottom line is, Stride is not just another CRM. It's a tool we specifically built to simplify your land investing business so you can make a whole lot more with a whole lot less cost and effort. If you've been frustrated with your current setup, now is a great time to make a change. Click the link beneath this video or go to stridecrm.co, lock in your Founders Circle spot, and start transforming your land business today. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll read and respond to every one of them, and I'll talk to you soon.